I'll turn the camera on.
And we say, hello, Andy and Matt
Good
and
morning.
Buzz and
Yeah,
Joy.
see, I don't see any writing or anything. I don't know how to set this thing up. Oh, there we go.
Joy's heading out to watch her grandson in a district tournament in wrestling this morning.
There you go.
Now, we have Dale from Dale's Quail with us this morning.
Good morning.
And now you got your birds outside and you want some good cages. This is the guy you speak to.
Oh yeah, I do
Hello,
that stuff for
Ed.
Mac. Morning, Ed. Sorry, guys.
And
It's really hard for me to sit still.
okay, what kind of cage kits are you working on now
Like for new ones,
this year? What ones are
um,
going out this year? Are you selling?
so I have stack touches for outside, which I'll probably unveil at QuailCon this year. Just seems to work good. And more tiered. So we got a 5 tier and a 4 tier that we use, and I just haven't put them on the website yet. But
Oh my goodness.
the stack
Sorry, but
touches are what a lot of people want.
oh yeah. The stack pouches for outside, you have the part that is closed off so that it protects against inclement weather.
Yeah, so actually the whole thing will be pretty well closed off except for the front with a divider for, if you live in an area like mine where it's 20 below.
Uh-huh. Well, right now, Laura Wallace says she's in Montana and 16 below zero.
I'm jealous. I'm 16 above zero and I don't like it. It's too warm.
And you know what? I need to put your advertisement on. I forgot to put your advertisement on this morning.
That's okay. I'm busy. I'm busy enough. We're good.
I still have to put it on because that's my way.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh
I'm doing
no,
my best to sit
I
still.
don't have it done up. So what I'll do is I'll do it manually. Hello, Jerry. Jerry's Butler Family Farm,
Good morning,
and if he
Jerry.
gets and he needs to get into quail, then he needs to get hold of you for your cage kits.
Well, I'd say I'm easy to get a hold of, but that's not always the case. Just ask Verna.
You have to know how to pester him.
She's got to catch me at the right time.
Uh-huh. Okay, here you go. Now this is where you get hold of him.
That's where you start trying to get a hold of me, and then you have to work down the line.
Well, this is your business website.
Generally, phone calls and texts are the fastest way because I have music going all the time. And when someone calls, it shuts the music off, so it gets my attention.
Oh, but Jerry says he's going to do rabbits first. Have you decided what kind of rabbits you're going after? Have you thought about doing any of the rabbit cages?
I did actually do rabbit cages for a couple years, but I wasn't a fan of them once we really get into rabbits, so I took them off.
And there's Sue from the Bud Files. Good morning.
Good morning, Sue.
Now I'm going to hide behind my icon, and that way people can focus on you, and I can play with a camper stick.
Thanks, Verna.
Jerry says he raised rabbits when he was in high school. He had over 300 of them.
That's a very expensive adventure.
Oh, we just lost Dale. He'll be back in a minute. He must have touched the wrong button again. He's getting used to his new phone.
Yeah, I like to hit buttons. Sorry, guys. But that was an expensive adventure. 300 rabbits is no joke.
Did you raise them for food or did you raise them as pets, Jerry, when you were in high school? Now, Dale's company's called Dale's Quail. So he does things mostly related to quail.
For the business, yes.
Yes. Hey, Buster. Hey, Jennifer.
Morning, Buster. Morning, Jennifer.
Let's see. He would like to have feed both. What's a fee both?
Morning, Short Pickens.
Hey, Nikki. Good morning. Okay, so what is currently happening at Dale's Quails?
Oh, a lot. Syrup season, a month early. So we've been boiling pretty nonstop. A lot of black walnuts this year, where we got access to, I don't know, 300 or 400 black walnuts to tap. So we've been tapping a lot more walnut than maple, which is fine with
Oh,
me.
that's
'Cause I like them
cool.
both. We got goats.
I've never had black walnut syrup or sugar.
I like it. It's pretty similar to maple. Our goats are giving birth any day. Who knows when? Hopefully
What kind
not
of goats? What kind of goats?
Nubian or Nigerian
Nubian?
dwarfs.
Oh,
Nigerian
Nigerian
dwarfs, the
goats.
little ones. Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Remember, we live in town, so I have to keep everything little.
Yeah, but you're on at least an acre, right?
No, under an acre.
Under an acre, and you've got goats?
Yep. Pigs,
Cool.
goats, turkeys, chickens, rabbits, quail. No ducks. We're done with ducks.
What kind of pigs?
The pig we brought home from QuailCon.
Oh, the cootie?
Yeah, she goes down March. I think we're gonna process her in March, and then we have like Berkshires coming. We're getting 2 Berkshires for 4-H, so we'll be doing Berkshires here as soon as the weather warms up a little.
That's cool.
I think most people will have them available in April around here, so get 2 of those. We'll process ourselves.
Laura says they hatched out 22 out of 32 my Shire farm eggs a week ago yesterday. Only have lost one so far. Got the rare colors, and boy, they are growing really fast. Already getting in their feathers in.
Good. I actually bought some eggs off back a couple weeks ago too, for the first time in a year.
And Jerry says he's looking to get Flemish giants, male and New Zealand females.
We do New Zealand and we do silver fox. Keep them separate. We keep them separate.
I have Havana rabbits. They're
Have you skinned one? You canned one yet?
Not yet. And I know they're kind of getting old, but I wanted to go for the hides because I want the hides.
Yeah, most rabbits you have to let them age to get the tanning of the decent hide.
Yeah.
That's why we did silver fox. So we can tan a silver fox at 14, 15 weeks and it's ready to go. Ready to use for fly tying.
Uh-huh.
And mittens.
Steve says, I heard you've been making quail rails for incubators.
Working on it. So we finally bought a very large printer, and I actually designed a new turner for the Nurturite 360 last night, and then I will be doing quail rails that actually fit large quail eggs and double stack for the GQFs. I can't really do other incubators until I get measurements because I don't have any other incubators. I just use GQF, and I have a ton of Nurturite
Okay.
because of our Hatch at Home program.
Okay, so people with the farm innovators or little giants need to get the measurements to Dale.
That's all I need. I just need the measurements, and then I can make them, and more quail specific stuff for people that severely lacks. Even the GQF quail rails aren't the greatest. They work for small eggs, but you can't double stack the trays. If you use the pheasant trays, you lose a lot of space. They're not efficient. So we're designing actual quail rails that will hold big eggs and double stack and hold a lot more than the pheasant trays. I think the pheasant trays only hold like 70 or 65 or something. I don't know. I don't have any. I just have the quail and the chicken.
Andy says she has silver foxes and Rexes for meat.
We looked at Rexes, but we ended up stuck with the silver fox.
Laura has silver fox and American chinchilla rabbits and hollylops.
So do people raise chinchillas for meat? Because they're small, aren't they?
I don't know how. I'm not sure. Havanas are smaller because they're a compact. And I don't need a big rabbit because it's only me and Lucy. You know.
So we hit
Andy
about
says-
5.5.
Andy says she'll help with the measurements for you.
Please just send them in an email. I just need, if they already have any type of rail, I just need to know the length, width, and the height of the entire rail, and then I can manipulate it for quail.
Matt wants to know what's the best rabbit to raise for hide.
Silver fox, hands down.
Well, the chinchillas are good for that too, and so are Havanas.
So the silver fox, I recommend you don't have to raise them up for very long. When you process them for meat at 12 to 15 weeks, their hide is already ready for tanning. It's a thicker hide.
Havana's the same way. Andy says she likes the colors, so Rex gives her color. Silver foxes are awesome.
They're very docile rabbits.
And Laura says American chinchillas are a breed of rabbits. There are 3 breeds. Verna, do you have his email or see? You can get hold of him on Facebook. Friend him on Facebook, Andy. And Steve sent you the email.
Yeah, Steve harasses me every day, so he's got my email.
Well, Laura says there's standard chinchilla, American chinchilla, and giant chinchilla rabbits.
Wasn't the chinchilla like a rabbit bred with a squirrel or something like that?
Now, Vanna, you heard of the oh, I can't remember it. I can't remember the name right now. But Havana rabbits their hides are really soft. And he says silver foxes went hand down.
Yeah. I mean, I like our New Zealands, but the temperament is they're skittish and they produce bigger litters. They don't quite grow to the same weight as our silver foxes in the time frame we give them, but we like our silver foxes.
Dawn says good morning. And Andy's laughing at me when I said Facebook because she knows I'm pulling away from Facebook so much. Laura says standard chinchilla and American chinchilla rabbits are rare breeds. Dawn says, morning, Andy. Gee, it's 18 degrees. It did get colder. Yeah, same here, Dawn.
For Matt at Grafted, I do not coat or paint any of my cages, even the ones that are outside. You can. I've seen people burn them, seal them with a torch. A lot of customers have sent me pictures. I don't have the time, and I haven't had any issue with the wood rotting out. Obviously, if you seal it or paint it, it's going to last a lot longer. But for us, it's because of everything we do, efficiency plays a huge role in what we do. So I don't paint them.
And with your kits, if they want to, they can paint your kits before they put them together.
Oh yeah. A few people have put out, they've painted them and posted them. I mean, you have to pull the back wire off and the wire off the doors, but that's minimal. But yeah, you can paint them.
Right.
I think they look great.
Matt says, Dale, I made a cage with a converting bottom for flat or egg rollout. Have you messed with anything like that?
No, I just roll. The only things I have without an egg rollout are grow outs or brooders. I have to
And
keep
he's
it
got a
simple
good
for when
brood, he said so.
people have to assemble these, and I'm not very good with words and instructions, so I have to keep things pretty basic. I think Verna's been trying for a year to get me to jump on her live, and it's just hard to make time to do videos and stuff. So
See, and that's why I feel so special when he finally comes up.
I told the missus, I was like, he should just open up a half hour, 45 minutes for me to jump on.
Yep.
See, this is our lifestyle. It's not, we aren't content creators. We don't do it to put out videos and stuff like that. We do it because we have to do it. That is how we provide for our family. So everything matters every day.
And see, and I have been supporting your family so much.
We
So
appreciate it, Verna. We
you
appreciate everyone.
so you owed me this.
This last year was wild. I mean, we shut ordering off for 2 months just to catch up on orders. And then we've totally changed the website. I don't allow people to just free order all they want anymore. I severely limit ordering capacity because I spent way too much time in the shop last year, and it started showing in what we brought in for food, leading into the winter. I didn't have the time. So we changed a lot of things up.
Laura says American chinchilla rabbit weights are 9 to 11 pounds for bucks and 10 to 12 pounds for does.
At what age? At 12 weeks, 15 weeks, or like 30 weeks?
And I agree with Steve. Consider the debt paid. Yep.
Thanks, Steve.
See, even if you could give me just a half hour, 15 minutes, a half hour, I'm thankful for every minute somebody gives me.
We all appreciate you, Verna. You do a lot. You're always there for people.
I try to be.
I can't say the same for me. I try, but I'm not very good at it. I mean, we boiled sap outside until 10:30 last night, so.
Steve wants to know if ice skating season is over yet.
Skating season ended a month ago, unfortunately. We had our ice rink up for a week. We were able to use it for a week, and then we got hit with warm weather.
Good morning, Echo. I'm glad you made it.
Good morning.
Now you see what Matt calls me.
I
The
can see
Quail
it.
godmother. Oh, there's some people that call me networking queen, and I got so many nicknames it's hard to keep track of them all. Because I've got some people on YouTube now that are interested in raising quail.
Good. Everybody should be interested in it. Just don't do it inside.
Good morning, Marvin. Marvin Clayton says, "Good morning, everyone. Only got a minute, but I wanted to say hi."
Morning, Marvin.
You can do it inside if you can keep an exhaust fan going all the time. Um, I couldn't because of the high price of utility bills were getting outrageous. And then my oxygen level got too low at night. So I had to say bye to the quail until I can get a house where I have a yard.
Our quail barn, we have exhaust fans in, and I had to leave them on all winter too.
Right. But in an apartment, that sucks all the warm air out of your apartment, and that makes it expensive.
Yeah, there was a few nights this winter which I had to shut the vents off for the brooders for the brooder room. I had to.
Um,
I have to keep it above freezing.
yep. But that mind's going blank on me. It's because it's going in too many directions, so I can't find the path it went.
Not enough coffee, Verna.
I agree. This is only my second cup. Oh, and you see which one I got. Let me turn that light on so I can show better. There you go.
A quail coffee cup.
Quail math from
Who
Kelly
makes those?
Connect.
From Kelly? Yeah.
Yeah. This is the one that when she first started in doing this stuff, I helped her come up with this.
I don't have a quail cup.
Oh, and I've got Gijo's Family Farm. I have, of course, My Shire. I have Hidden Heights Farm because they're the ones that sent me the first quail eggs I ever got. They're the ones that got me introduced to quail.
They were your dealer, your quail dealer.
No, they when they first started it, they didn't know how to ship them or anything like that. So out of a dozen eggs, I think I got about 8 eggs. And then out of those 8 eggs, only 2 hatched.
I had a random person show up yesterday when I was boxing up yesterday's shipment. Just some kid had his mom drive him here and started knocking on the shop door, and he's just like, "Hey man, get some chicks? Can I buy some chicks?" I was like, "I mean, yeah, I can sell you some chicks." And he was like all discreet about it. And I was like, "It's okay for you to buy chicks, right? Your mom's not going to get mad, right?" It seemed fine.
Steve says his quail cup is from QuailCon 2021.
Yeah, I didn't see any cups last year. I saw the table the first year, but I didn't see any quail cups or My Shire gear last year.
Well, quail, you don't have to worry about heat either, Marvin, once they are 4 weeks old and you climatize them to it.
Yeah, we just keep our brooder room heated above freezing because we have thousands of chicks that I can't have die or freezing water at night. So our brooder room is insulated and it has heat if we need it.
You have to check out here to answer to your question.
I have them on the website.
That's why I just put out your website.
Yeah, I think there's a couple left of the skelters. The egg skelters are on the website.
And Sugar from Bayou Sugar Garden says, "Good morning, Vay and Dale and
Good
chat."
morning.
Now here's Lower Michigan Adventures, and they're supposed to be blocking out the time for QuailCon this year. which is August 31st and September 1st.
I recommend everyone does. I mean, we take a week off and we head down there for like 5 days. That's our vacation.
Wait a minute.
Yes, the kid thought I was a dealer, Steve-O. That's exactly how I felt too. I was like waiting for SWAT to run in. Haven't felt like that since I was in high school.
And Steve put it. He's a good moderator. He put in that for your egg skelter.
He's just always late.
Well, you better block it in your calendar now, and know in about a month to start looking at the website for the tickets. And Steve, can you drop down QuailCon ticket information and the QuailCon Facebook group so people can keep track?
We might bring the baby one of these years to QuailCon. Thinking about it for this year.
Yeah, you should.
Thinking about it. We always take the oldest, but he's self-reliant. He can do his own thing.
Well, Marvin, you can check out the websites that I'm dropping, that Nightbot is dropping for eggs. And that'll give you an idea of what eggs are running for. And also what's everybody has available. Because those 3 that I advertise with Nightbot are the ones that I stand behind. And that's My Shire Farm, Gidro's Family Farm, and Short Pickens Quail.
I didn't know Short Pickens. I didn't know they were doing it. They were shipping eggs.
Yeah, they're NPI certified now. That's a new thing for them.
It is. He must have grabbed a stool to stand up on the bench to test the birds.
Yeah, it may be April 1st, Andy. Steve wants to know how old the baby is, Dale.
Almost 4 years.
Cool. Yeah, he's old enough to go. It's about time for him to start learning some things now.
Oh, he already knows more than most people knows. He's a farmer.
Yeah. Well, he can go to butchering class.
He already does. He helps me butcher all the animals. He looks at the pig and he says, "Ooh, bacon seed's almost ready."
Everybody's getting a kick out of it.
He's a farmer boy. He knows that we raise animals for food, and he takes care of them, and he loves them, even his rabbits. But he knows that their ultimate goal is to go in our freezer.
He's old enough he can hang with Brucey, and one of my crew.
Yeah, well, we're pondering it.
Now,
It's just that I have to have my attention needs to be on everyone at QuailCon, not him. So
will you bring the oldest to keep an eye out on him?
no, it's the other way. He keeps the eye on the oldest.
Well, see, even that's good.
Last year I didn't see the oldest for like 2 days. He's hanging around with Zach's kids the whole time. We didn't see him.
Uh-huh.
I forgot we even brought him. We almost went home without him. Probably should have.
Well-
Probably could have just left him.
Well, you know they're safe at my shire.
Yeah, he had fun. It's always a good time.
Now, how old's the oldest now?
12, almost 13.
We'll see. And then you got Lane and I can't remember Steve's grandson's name. My mind just went blank on it.
That's how I took it, Steve. That's how I took it. I
Yeah,
took a
James, that's
pig. I
why.
traded a pig for a kid. I'll take the pig any day.
Yeah, it's James. He's 9 but thinks he's 12. Don't they all, cuz?
Our 12-year-old thinks he's 9 half the time. And the baby thinks he's a grown-up, so.
Well, yeah, well, the baby's an old soul.
Yeah, I had to collect sap yesterday for the first time this season without him, and it was not fun. So he uses his little tractor and trailer and hauls it all for me, and I had to haul it all by hand, and that was no bueno. It was not fun. So I missed having him to drive.
See, there's my showers just came up on their eggs. Yeah, during the Christmas season, you were out there a lot. Boom, boom, boom.
Who, me?
Yeah, advertisement for you.
Oh,
For all
well,
the
man, I picked a
homesteaders
bad
I
time to
know.
shut ordering off. I think I had ordering shut off for like November and most of December.
Yep, that was a bad time to do it because I was advertising for you.
We were over 100 orders deep. It was too much. So we stopped accepting orders until we figured everything out and cleaned up and reorganized. And we're still finding orders that were screwed up from last year. I mean, I just shipped one out the other day that was from April. I just missed it completely. Unfortunately, it's last year was way too much. We took on way too much, and I'm not the best person at organizing. I just build things. That's what I
Yeah.
do. And yeah, we made some mistakes last year, and we definitely spent some time this year reflecting on them and are continuing to reflect on them to make the changes so we don't have a repeat. Financially, in the business sense, it was great, but we dropped the ball in a lot of areas that I'm not okay with. So we hit refresh for this year.
Lucy's trying to say good morning to everybody.
Good morning, Lucy.
Andy says, "By sap, do you mean do you maple?"
Yeah, maple and black walnut. We do both.
Lucy's about almost 11 and a half years old.
Got a little bit of gray showing.
A lot of gray. All this used to be chocolate brown. And she's getting one of those molds by her eye. She's got one on top of her head. She got one on the other eye. Yep, she's getting old.
Well, I'm excited for QuailCon this year.
Andy wants to know about what black walnut sap is used for.
The exact same as maple. It's just a slightly richer flavor. And people don't necessarily tap them because they grow a lot slower and they only produce about half the amount of sap as maple, but they have the same sugar content. So it's still 40-to-1 ratio. We just have access to a ton of very large black walnuts. So might as well take the free resource and use it. So
Yep.
it just boils down into sap or syrup or sugar, just like everything else. So remember, we don't buy refined sugar. We use our own sugar and honey. So we need lots of sugar and honey to get us through the year until the next season.
She says, if I knew how to tell one tree from another when they don't have leaves, I should sneak in this forest and tap some.
I mean, realistically, Steve, all trees have sap. Therefore, all trees produce syrup.
And some of them just taste better than others.
I think they all taste good once it's boiled down. You're still drinking sugar.
Like,
It's
yeah,
still sugar. We
they're
have
all.
birches and alderwoods tap this year too.
Yeah, I heard about birch. I was going to ask you about the birch. If you tapped birch yet.
Yep. So I got it's not running yet. I mean, we're still a month ahead of season. So the birch isn't running and the box alder isn't running yet either.
Well, you should start looking at more off-grid um, homesteads, Andy.
Not even off grid, just I mean, we love
Or
having power. I love having running water and power. So I'm okay not being off grid. But
no, I'm talking about to find out about the other different food sources.
well, there's a lot of I mean everything. Get rid of
Yep.
your grass. Grass is useless.
Steve said he had pecan once. He thought it was just flavored.
Well,
I
pecans
learned a lot.
yep.
Pecan syrup.
I mean, if you bought it from a store or got it at a restaurant, it probably was just flavored.
But you don't want to do oat because that's a little tan. It has more tannin in it, I would think.
No, it would still be the same. Yeah, think about black walnuts are full of tannin. They probably have the most of all, and that doesn't come out in the sap. Everything
Oh,
boils
then
out.
she don't like black walnut nuts or trees because they're falling in the fall
Yep, their only purpose is to either sell for highly sought after wood or sap.
or stain.
Yeah,
The shells make great. The soft shells make a great stain.
and also a tanner. You can use it to tan hides as well
Uh huh.
from the green shells.
Yep.
You're supposed to lay them out on your driveway, run them over with your car to break them open, peel all the shells off, and soak them, and make a mixture and tan your hides in it, and then eat the walnuts if you want.
She didn't buy a house because of how many black walnut trees there were in the yard. I think it was around 27 or so.
Yeah, we got a few, and not much grows are underneath them. We have one spot that once we get the goats, the buck goat moved, will be our mushroom bed because mushrooms will grow just fine underneath the black walnuts. So we're gonna get a big mushroom garden going. Our neighbors have land behind us, and it when they bought the land, the people who put the house there 100 years ago planted a black walnut forest just for wood. It was supposed to be their grandkids, retirement fund, and then the family sold it all off. So we've got access to tons of nothing but black walnut and blackberries. But they do definitely not like things growing underneath them.
Well, that's when you harvest the wood, dig out the stumps, and
Oh yeah, the roots still leach stuff into the soil for years after too. So
that's why you have to have them get rid of the roots too. Oh boy, it's pretty quiet tonight. We only got 12 people in here. And that's because it's still early. A lot of people come an hour late.
like Steve,
No, Steve tries to be on time most of the time.
we know he tries. We get about 4 more minutes, Verna.
Alrighty, anybody else have more questions for Dale?
Oh,
So he does the brooder cages, he does outdoor cages. And Matt says
And
he's just enjoyed listening.
not even just quail related, guys. We homestead for a living. There's a lot that we do, and a lot that we like to try and teach people throughout the summer, with free workshops and stuff on site. Yes, quail is what got us into this, but I mean, we produce almost 90% of everything our family consumes right here in town on under an acre. So there's a lot of things that are quite possible and doable for everyone else to do. So anyone looking to try some new things, don't hesitate to reach out. I've made almost every mistake in the book, and even ones that we're still finding we're making. So learn from our mistakes, but anybody can do it. You don't need a ton of land. You need good neighbors. So building a community around you is key to any type of self-reliance.
You need good neighbors and you need a passion of curiosity.
Yeah, and time. And you need time. It's very time
Well,
consuming.
let me put it this way. If you're passionate enough, you'll find the time.
So it was difficult to find the time to sit down for 45 minutes in the morning on my phone and do this with you. That is how busy and time consuming this lifestyle is.
Right.
Everything is weather dependent. So it is very busy. People ask us what we do for vacations, and I mean, we've built a life that we don't need a vacation from. This is the life we enjoy doing. I don't need a vacation. QuailCon is our vacation.
And C says you also help support your community as well with your extras. So your less than an acre must be very organized.
Yeah, well, I'd take very out. It's a little organized. We're getting there. We have to leave space for the kids, but I'll always preach community. Community is key. If you aren't out with no neighbors and you have neighbors, you have to have community. Nobody can do everything on their own. Nobody. I mean, you would need a huge family. It's not, people aren't having 12 and 13 kids anymore. It's just not viable. So building a community is going to help more than anything. And when you have your neighbors on your side, complaints don't come through. And when you do have to challenge the complaints, you have the backing of the community that's supposed to be complaining, even though they're not. So we
And
do as
when
much as we can.
TF or STF, when crap hits the fan, in other words, that community you built can help you become a living organism, so to speak, of helping each other.
Well, yeah, I mean, I moved into this property 7 years ago, and there wasn't a single garden in town, or chickens, and now a vast majority of people have gardens and chickens or quail and do some sort of self-reliance. And I would like to think we're a big part of it. We help with the community garden, sponsoring it and helping out with that stuff. We put out the free vegetables every year out front. We have a free vegetable stand. We're always willing to help people out. We talked about trying to squeeze in time to put in free gardens for people, which is still something we'd like to do. Hopefully, within the next couple of years, we'll have things slowed down enough so we can, help people put in gardens. I mean, we have the skills and the tools, so we want to build that community because that's how people used to survive, was with community, and that's what it's going to be. I mean, everyone forgot how to live this way in like a generation. It was gone.
And that's like back in the late 80s, early 90s, I fought for community gardens where people took over vacant city lots that were turned into illegal dumps. We cleaned them up so people could have gardens to make their food dollars go farther.
Especially nowadays. We spend, $150, $200 now on, what do we have to buy? We have to buy dairy, salt, flour. Grain isn't too bad. We get good deal on a lot of stuff, but we don't produce any dairy yet, not until the goats start, not till the goats have their babies and start milking. But we don't really buy groceries. anymore. And we don't buy gas because we don't have to travel anywhere. So we do everything right here.
Well, Steve, that's when you have a what we used to call a block party, where you go someplace and have all your neighbors come together for a get to know each other kind of thing.
Block parties are good. Or go
Mhm.
and shovel them out when they get snowed in, Steve.
Yeah.
You had that
Well, he
opportunity to sell them shovels this year. I remember having this conversation with you.
Yeah, but we know his procrastination nature. It'll be spring before he gets around to it.
Well, thank you, Verna, for having me on. I appreciate your time.
And
Thank
I
you for what you
appreciate
do for the community.
and I thank you for all you do to help others get started. And
Remember,
thank
guys,
you
just
for
reach out.
your very valuable time.
Take care, Verna. Enjoy your coffee.
You have a blessed day, Dale.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, he was really sweet. He told me in February he'd be able to put it down, so the beginning of February I got hold of him, and then I forgot when I did the notification that today was the day, so I didn't give everybody a warning, or everybody would have been on here. Oh boy, Nikki, I'm so sorry everything's frozen for you today. So today is really a strange day. I think I'm going to try breeding the rabbits again today because they're very active. Lucy, what are you after? And I got to get a hold some ice because it's time for me to process a couple rabbits. Oh, but I have got some seedlings that sprouted today already for me planting them Wednesday night. I agree, because Dale has the patience of a saint. Verna, can you give me your opinion on keeping a rabbit indoors? Like, do you let them out of the cages to run around like they do pets? How bad is cleaning cages? Don, I'm going to tell you, rabbits can be litter box trained. Number one. Mine are not pets, so no, I don't let them run out of the cages, except for I do have a playpen that I can let them out for a little exercise. Um, but I know people that have trained their rabbits to litter boxes and then let them run because a rabbit likes to go to the bathroom in the same place all the time. Yeah, Steve, you should get your seed trays out now so that they'll be out by next week. You need to get them out today so that you're ready to do it. Yes, I've only got 2 rooms, really. You know, the front room slash bedroom or the bedroom slash animal room. Because you put my kitchen and dining room together and you might have a small kitchen. I couldn't let rabbits run loose because I'm afraid of falling. Well, I started my seedlings are starting to pop. I've already got some that are popping. And they started popping this morning. Let me see if I can go get one to show you. Ah. And I bet everything that's popping is the beans. Okay. See? My beans are sprouting already. One rabbit would not be bad running loose. Dawn, I raised 2 pets indoors once, and they would always poop in one area. Yeah, so as soon as these pop a little more, I'm always thankful for whenever I get anything up. Now let me get back to the computer. That lid sprinkled water everywhere. I had a 4-foot square cage, rabbits on the bottom and cockatiels on top. And Andy, I'm wondering about its cage being in the living room and bringing it into the kitchen with me during the day with the dog cage up. That would sound good. Yeah, those are either the sugar snap beans, peas rather, and the purple, the royal purple green beans, bush beans. Yeah, they're bush beans. Yeah, just make sure that he has a litter area. The only bad thing about boys is the spraying. You know, just like any other male animals, they want to mark things. Yeah, in that case, you want a female that you raised from young, so she's very used to you handling her. Yeah, the wooden desk, the wooden dresser. I've got garlic already going in my. I planted that in fall, and it sprouted up, and then it died back down. So we'll see what happens this spring, Matt. My house pet rabbit back when I first moved away from home ran the whole house and would go back into the other room to use the potty box. That's cool. Yep. Yeah, but then when it freezes, it goes back into the ground and comes back up in the spring. uh, she says, Andy, remember all that garlic you saw when you were here? That was everything he missed the year before. Well, let's just put it this way: everything he misses will have twice as many next year. Well, you know me, cause I have to get you when I can get you, cause then it gets funny. Oh. Oh, okay, there you go, Dawn. Her bucks only spray when they have a doe around. So that's why it is easier for you to have a male then. Well, you know what? I'm going to be doing some guerrilla gardening too this year. No comment, guys. No comment. And see, Eddie says she's had garlic in the ground from 2010. It's 14 years and she only planted once. So you need to thin that garlic patch out a little bit, Andy. Exactly, cuz that's why she has to thin them out so they can get bigger bulbs. Oh, you're staying busy, Dawn. Yeah, but if you thinned it out, Andy, it would give you bigger bulbs. But see, today's high is only supposed to reach 25, but tomorrow it's supposed to be up to 43. So that means it's going to start melting. Whoops. Yesterday was so cool, 2 inches of snow coming down, and I was picking tomatoes and trimming plants in the house. It was pretty seeing the snow and working with the plants. Yep. You don't need the explanation point. You just need the word weather. See, that's what I'm putting up with, people. So you're about 11 degrees warmer. And see, Buster's got about the same weather I do. And Dawn wins for the coldest. Oh, that's because you got one area that is so treated just right. I've got at least 2 inches. No, about an inch and a half to 2 inches, yeah. And Andy, your weather is just about 2 degrees warmer than mine. Same here, Dawn. It's the most snow I've had all year. Before, when they were threatening that we were supposed to get 4 to 6 inches, I got a dusting. Ah, Nikki's is colder than me. Ooh. No, not really. That's not how the stream is quite working. It's all those dips and that are different. We're supposed to be back to 40 tomorrow. Dawn has about the same weather I have. Yeah, we go back to 43 tomorrow. You and me both, Buster. Matt, type weather, then your zip code. Yeah, we're on the same jet stream. Yeah, but he got more snow than we have all year. Andy. 37 degrees, and the wind's blowing from the north at 7 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 69, Matt. What, um, you're in Illinois, aren't you, Dawn? Okay, Laura, you're talking about your rabbits still. You're probably on the same latitude lines. And there's the budget preppers. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, whereas I'm in southwestern Ohio. So yeah, we're at the same thing. And you know, Huga is about as far away from me as my daughter is. No, they're talking about Laura. They're talking about inside as a pet that runs loose in a cage from the cage. And Nikki finally got her coffee. You know, Kelly's not here. Dawn is 5 hours from me. Wait a minute. So is no, wait a minute. Oh, so is Ricky and Melanie. You know, witch doctor and psycho ward. They're 5 hours from me too. Well, they're more Melanie and them are yeah, southeast of me. Whereas Dawn is just east of me. I mean west of me. Well, that's good, Dawn. That means I keep you alive longer. And see, Kelly isn't here and me doing this cup today. Shame on her. Hurry back, cuz. Cool. So I motivate you. That's great news, Dawn. Whoops. I have that many Quail. I have 21 adults and 21 babies. I don't have a problem with them in the house. I clean my poop trays every other day. Mine were cleaned every 3 days. 3 days. But my allergy, asthma, COPD got worse, and that's why I had get rid of the Quail because my oxygen was dropping down to 83 at night when I was sleeping. And Buster, you're right. Kelly is a hoot on her videos. She's a hoot in real life too. That's right, Andy. It wasn't the poop, it was the fine dust. See, I knew when I was a kid that I was allergic to feather dander. And even with exhaust fans, it can build up if you have too many. And I was having at least 50 hens at one time. You have a blessed day too, Matt. I hope to see you tonight. You will be live tonight, won't you? Yeah, see, I can't do quail again until I get a house with a yard. Cancer sticks, coffin nails, whatever you want to call them. Live in 11 hours. Woohoo! So that's 10 o'clock my time. Yeah, when you use the pellets, they don't really have a smell. They don't smell like pine or anything until the urine opens the pellet up. It absorbs it like crazy. Congratulations, Nikki. No, how long until they're supposed to be coming out of the incubator into the brooders? Because then you got to do the count for us. No, Dawn, I'm using just pine shavings. Are they all hatching, Buster? Are they already hatched? Cool, Nikki. That would be interesting too. Yep. And at 76% with powder outage, you go. Remember, when you go to get your birds, use those hand warmers during the drive so at least they don't get cold. Get over here, Lucy. Come on. Okay, up, up. Okay, up. There we go. That is moving them during lockdown. Wow. Good morning, Joseph. Good to see you. So now let me put the link out. Anybody that wants can come up now. For the last 45 minutes. Let me pin that link. There we go. Anybody wants to can come on up. And he says, Buster, I've come to believe if I don't lose power during incubating, I might not have a good hatch. Oh, I see what I did. Let me see. Let me check it. Oh, the wrong one. Okay. Thank you, cuz. There we go. See, I'm not with it half the time. That's why I have my cousin helping me. Now you guys can jump on up. Once you show up in the chat room, you can jump on the live stream. Yeah, I don't even have an incubator anymore. And tomorrow I'll be starting more seeds. Tomorrow I'll be starting my peppers, tomatoes, and watermelon. Buster, did you get the hand warmers? You get a case of the hand warmers from Amazon, and then you're prepared for any time that happens. Yeah, they went with the birds. Congratulations, Nikki. Did you get 50 chicks hatched? Cool. See, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Well, and you won your dream at QuailCon, didn't you? No, I have to hatch them yet when I get an incubator open. You better hatch 120 eggs to make sure you have 50 for them. Okay, y'all, I'll be back in a moment. I don't have anybody up here that could read for me. Would anybody like to come up and read for me while I'm busy? Well, you got to do a lot of hatching to get that done. Nikki, why don't you click the link and come on up? Well, nobody wants to come up, but I have to take care of my nature call, so. Oh, you're logging in? Okay. I'll wait for you then. That's what I'm doing, cuz I'm waiting for Nikki. I'll grab a cigarette while I'm waiting for cancer stick, coffin nail, whatever you want to call it. I'm waiting for her to show up. That's why you need to come to QuailCon, Buster. So that way you get a chance for everything. Chance to win great prizes and a chance to meet a great bunch of people in person. Yeah, and that was the crap kicker, wasn't it, Andy? Aw, cuz. Now, you know, if you would have won it, then they would have accused you and him, they would have accused your grandson of James of cheating. Yeah, but the incubator wasn't the only thing you won. You won cages. Yeah, you won a lot for $40. I know that, but I'm still saying, people would have teased you about it. But we're still waiting for Nikki. Yeah, the teasing's all fun anyhow. Hey, cuz, what all animals do you have? That's understandable, Nikki. I'm waiting for you as much as I can. Yeah, you got teased about the grease pig contest, didn't you? Hey, TM, you come for the last half hour. And Ken didn't make it. Oh, no. TM's late and Ken hasn't make it yet. Yeah, right. You just woke up, TM? Must have had a long, rough night. Okay, here she comes, waiting for her to boot up all the way so I can put her on. There she is. Good morning,
Morning.
Nikki. Now I can take care of that nature call.
Good
Lucy
morning.
makes it hard for me to get around.
Morning, Steve, Andy, Dawn. It's been quite a morning here, so never mind how I look because it's been running chores since I got out of bed.
But that's how it is. We all understand that. Having homesteads.
Hi, Buster.
Okay, Nikki, what's going on at your homestead now?
Well, quail started popping yesterday. I'm not sure how many's in there, but it looks like a lot. Um,
What other animals do you have?
I've got quail, I've got turkeys, I've got chickens, rabbits. I'm getting some more rabbits.
What kind of rabbits do you have?
Oh, ducks. ducks. I got 2 dogs, 1 pup. I have, they're New Zealand and a New Zealand Flemish giant, but I'm going to get some Rex rabbits. I'm actually trading some quail and quail eggs for some Rex rabbits Tuesday. So
Now I come in here and they get quiet. They've been jumping all around. I think the does will be ready to breed today because they sure are active this morning.
Finnegan. He's a troublemaker is what he is, Andy. Finnegan.
Who's the troublemaker?
Pup.
Oh, okay. No, they're just kids. They're young. They don't know any different.
Here he is.
Oh, he is pretty.
Yesterday, we went out to let the turkeys out. He decided that he was going to help, and he went running in the thing. And one turkey, as I was trying to hook the door, one turkey went over my head. The other one went through my legs, about wiped me out.
And Andy said he's getting big. How old is he?
Yes. I got to think about that.
Thank you,
Yes.
Buster.
He's 13 weeks, I think.
Oh, wow. He's still a baby.
Yeah.
He's about the same age as my baby rabbits. Let me see. 11, 12. Yeah.
Andy, we're getting, there's some reds on one black. One of
My rabbits will be 13 weeks old tomorrow.
one of them's a caster. One of the females is a caster. The male is a red. Sorry, I'm trying to keep an eye on the pup who's getting into stuff back here.
That's okay. And what's his name now?
Finnegan. Well, Finn. We call
Oh,
him Finn.
Finnegan. Finn. And you say Finnegan.
Oh my God.
Oh. What happened? Bump his head?
Yeah, he wanted up and caught his foot.
Hello, CB. That's Huga Homestead is here. She came in for the last half hour. I can turn my camera back on.
Hi, Huga.
Stopped in to say hi in between fixing her bathroom plumbing. A dawdling sucks. I agree. A dawdling can be a pain. And she just said, hey, short pickings.
So rabbits, I think 2 of the rabbits are pedigreed. One of the females and the male, and the other 2 don't have papers on them, but they're still full.
Hey, CB, how did your hatch go? Hey, Desiree. That's anime game creator. It's Desiree. She's got 22 chicks now. Cool.
Yay! Congratulations.
And how old are they now? See, now she could share a title with Buster. Buster says I'm the one that got him started on Quail. And she can say that now because I'm the one that convinced her to start Quail. One got out of the brooder yesterday, LOL, but waiting another week. Too cold. They're 3 weeks old. Yeah, another week, make sure. Here's Nikki. Did you ask to be sure they were Rexes and not mini Rexes? I've seen people get minis by mistake a few times because they didn't ask first.
Yeah,
The breeder
Andy,
didn't know they were
I made
full
sure they were standards and not minis.
Cool. Yeah, have you looked to see how many roosters you got, Huga? There you go, Nikki. Can you remember those days? When you
What
get a
is
chick
it?
that runs loose? She had a chick get loose out of the brooder, and she says, oh, yeah, he was strolling down the hallway like, what's up?
Yeah, I've been there a few times.
Quail math. Yes, Bernie, you did, but it's been very fun and good eating. Yep. That's what I'm saying. Huga can now share that title with you, Buster. That I'm the one that brainwashed her. She got to run. She got to unload the truck. Good to see you guys. You have a blessed day, Huga.
Have a good day, Hugo.
How much land do you guys have, Nikki?
It was sold to us as 5 acres, but it is not 5 acres. I believe it's 5 lots, 5 full lots. To look at it, it looks like about 2.5 acres, I think. I haven't had it surveyed or anything like that, but it looks like about 2.5 acres. Judging from what I'm looking at was a 2-acre square lot that my grandfather had to what land we've got. That's kind of comparable. So
are you thinking about getting any bigger animals?
we've
like
discussed goats. Yeah, we've discussed goats. Brad's a little iffy about getting anything that involves hay. So, and I don't blame him. I mean, hay prices are outrageous. We don't really have enough ground to grow our own hay to last them for a year. So, through the whole winter.
Yeah.
So it is something that we've discussed. I would really like to get some, but I don't know if we will or not. I would like to get some pigs. It's kind of a toss-up. We've discussed it, but we haven't come to full fruition on it yet.
With pigs, you can either go with coonies or Idaho pasture pigs.
Yeah, I want Idaho pasture pigs. That's what I've always wanted for a couple years now, so ever since I looked into them. Mm-hmm. But coonies are a lot easier to get a hold of than to find in the area at a reasonable price.
Yeah.
It's always a startup call.
Bad goes to worse, you can always go with pot bellies.
Could, but probably won't.
Yeah. I want the goat milk. Eating the kids is only secondary.
We have a local place. It's just like 9 miles away that we can go buy milk. It's cow's milk, but it's fresh cow's milk, unpasteurized. Finn.
Yeah, but I like goat's milk better, mostly if it's Nigerians or Nubians.
Yeah, I've not had
They're sweeter milk. And it says the other day she had some quail get out and she was catching them. My granddaughter kept asking me if I caught them all. I kept answering her, I don't know. I don't know how many got out.
Yeah, Andy, I've done that before too. We had issues last year with our outside pen, and I wasn't exactly sure how many was in there, but we had problems with it. 3 times it got opened up, and I couldn't figure out what was open in that pen, and we finally discovered with a game camera, it was squirrels. The squirrels were opening the pen.
Oh, no.
I took a bread tie, one of the metal bread ties out to wire it shut. Hold on just a second. Get out of there. No.
Go lay down. Go lay down. You go out in a little bit. Oh, I even got rid of my butterfly nets that I used to capture the ones that got away.
Sorry, Puppy was under the TV pulling cords out and tried to chew on them.
That's a puppy for you. You know how to stop that? With either cord covers or vinegar. Dogs do not like the taste of vinegar.
That's a good idea. Usually can't get to them, but I moved a bunch of stuff around the other day when I was cleaning and must not have got it tucked back underneath there far enough.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, TM, it is a good idea to keep a count. The thing is the only thing that I use that outside pin for is call mails. So my extra mails. Sometimes I just toss them in there and don't remember because they're just birds that are waiting to be butchered.
Yeah, but if they're in from your brooder that they're escaping, that's why I count when I'm putting them in the brooder, so I know how many birds I have.
Yeah, no, the outside ones is what I'm talking about. I always count what I got going on in the brooder. with the ones that I put out in my outside pen, because most of my quail are kept in the barn. Right, my quail barn, quail shack, whatever you want to call it. But when the males grow and they have to be separated so that they're not all fighting, I put them outside in the one pen. I don't always keep track of how many's in there. If it looks overcrowded, then we call.
Yeah, then you call the whole cage full.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of Coturnix quail? What kind of Coturnix quail do you have, Nikki?
Right now, I have jumbo whites, autumn ambers. I've got mixed colors. I've got a few Graufies, tuxedos. I got a huge pen of tuxedos. That's my main source right now. I've got a few jumbo wilds, but I won't. They're just here for me. I'm waiting on eggs. They're obviously not going to get here. They've been lost in the mail for 2 weeks now, over 2 weeks. They were shipped out on the 4th.
Where did you order them
from? They were from Aaron. The mail has lost them.
You have a
literally lost.
Yeah, they've done that to me, and that's from Zach. Eggs I got from Zach when we first started.
So I'm going to have to set out and order some more, but I saw this weather front coming in. I didn't want to do that. I have to restart my wilds. I started having issues with my wilds. They hatch good. They're a pretty good size. But for some reason, during that first week, they're not doing good. They're not healthy.
They're not strong.
They look good and everything else, but during that first week, I'll lose about half of them. And even if I do like a hatch of, say, half of my whites and half of them are wilds, I'll lose half of the wilds, but the whites I won't lose any. So there was something not quite going on there. So I won't sell them and I won't do anything with them right now until I get new ones.
Steve says he's seen your post office distribution center. No wonder they're lost. And Andy says, I bet they will when they start smelling them.
Yeah, Andy, they don't know where they're at yet. They still say they're in transit. They haven't even been scanned since, I think it was the 4th or the 6th or something like that. I think they were sent on the 4th or 6th. They haven't even been scanned. So I don't know what they did with them. Hi, Nubs.
Hey, Nubs. You know who Nubs is. He's our herbal person.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Steve, I'm not sure there's anybody that's really close to me that I trust to get chicks from.
No, he's saying that by the time you get the eggs, they may be chicks already.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
Andy says maybe a driver seen they were eggs and took them home to hatch.
Yeah, no. Well, they're definitely lost at the distribution center. My driver that drives our mail here, he's great. I don't even have to let him know I'm getting eggs unless there's something going wrong. But he, no matter what, he brings the eggs to the door. He never puts them out in the mailbox or close to the mailbox. He always knows they're eggs. And then he waits, and then he always asks me what hatched and what'd you get. And so
Yeah, maybe he should start coming and buy some from you.
He's bought quail from me, but he's bought processed quail.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Yeah, he has.
This is so sweet. Well, remember Professor from the Wrestling Federation?
Yeah.
Well, they got their cup that they won from me.
Nice.
And I was visiting with him last night on his live stream. And he had to show everybody his cup.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Him and camera lady fight over the cup. Nubs wants to know, can you send the egg certified mail?
You can send them express mail. The eggs that have been mailed to me have been mailed priority mail. So is that Dawn? Dawn, yeah. It's St. Louis distribution. The Hazelwood facility is absolutely terrible up there. I went to the
There you
post
go.
office. I filed a complaint. And the woman called me back and was like, well, have you ever thought about using express instead of priority? Which, of course, everybody knows is a lot more money in shipping.
And if you send it certified, it's a whole lot more secure. But that's expensive as heck.
Yeah.
Nubs,
it's
I'm
always
only
a
going to
lot.
be on for 8 more minutes.
Yeah, it's a lot more money.
Okay, wait a
but-
minute. Okay, what's up, Nubs? What is that?
Hang on. I'll be right back.
Even my post office said they don't know what's going up there. And
Yeah,
Don
that's
says
basically
Hayes was.
That's basically what they're saying. And the woman at the post office is like, well, she said, I'm going to make a suggestion that you reach out to your congressman and make a complaint because their 10-year plan is not working. They're too short-staffed. Well, I don't have a problem with reaching out to my congressman about the issue, but even if they're short-staffed, my package shouldn't have been lost for this long.
Well, not only that, get hold of the Postmaster General too.
Yeah, well, it's the woman that I talked to. Our local person sends us to the main branch that distributes our mail, which is a few miles away. And I spoke to her, and of course, you cannot get a hold of.
And remember, because what Colin says, dumberment.
They won't give you any way to reach out to the Hazelwood facility itself. You can't find that number anywhere to get a hold of them. No, Congress is not going to help, but that's what they're saying is because, the post office is redoing all this stuff that they've been doing and they're supposed to be streamlining how things are working. and their whole 10-year plan is not working. That's what the woman at the post office.
Anytime the government is involved with trying to streamline, you know it's going to go through many more loops than it should.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Your main tie there is the UPU, the Universal Postal Union. That's who's going to give you your best answers to any of those things. I used to work for the post office, and believe me, they're not getting anything right. Not anytime soon. The reason I came up is this is a tincture that I would say that everybody should make, or some variation of this.
What is it?
What this is it started off as Everclear. Then I added hemp leaves or marijuana leaves, and then I also added neem and EEM and also plantain. Not the banana, the plant.
Yeah.
That's going to be good for any oral situations or any internal situations. It doesn't need to have all three of those, but definitely the plantain. The plantain is what's going to get you antibacterial, antiviral, antimicrobial, and antifungal. So it's the big four that we always worry about. That plantain will take care of all of those. And I recommend the Everclear or something along those lines because of the high proof. That's what you're after. You're after the highest proof, but you can't use rubbing alcohol internally.
Another thing you have to watch out is where you gather your plantain at. You don't want to gather it around. You don't want to gather it around roads or around any manufacturing stuff like that. If you can gather it in the woods away from the city, the better it is.
The hiking trails provide plenty of plantain if you have access to hiking trails.
Right.
It's going to be in the walkways. It's going to be on the roadways. It's going to be because it's a plant that it brings up minerals from underneath in hard soil. They prefer walked on. It's also known as white man's footprint because they brought it from Europe, or they brought a variation from Europe or variegation because of its properties. So during these wonderful times where, things from other places are not necessarily desirable, without saying,
he froze up again. Another thing people have. Another thing people need to know. Whoops. Another thing people need to know that there's two types of plantain, but they're both just as good, and that's the broadleaf and the ribbon.
There's a couple more varieties, but yeah, those are the two main ones. Excuse me.
Those you can know by sight and not worry about getting anything wrong.
Right. And basically, if it has strings in it, you probably have plantain. When you break the leaf apart, it'll give you strings in that leaf. Those strings have value as well. Dried, they've been known to be, if I remember correctly, plantain's the one that they use for surgical sutures. Yeah,
they did at one time. Yeah.
They're not extremely strong unless dried. There's better plants for that. Like, for instance, hemp or nettle. Nettle is really good for that.
The only nettle I recognize is singing nettle.
I make a plantain salve.
There you go.
Do
you sell it?
It's great.
Do you sell your salve?
It's not on my website, but I do sell it.
What do you sell it for, if you don't mind me asking?
It's $5 it's 2 ounces.
Okay. I'm looking into getting in. I know how to make a lot of things, and I don't want to necessarily sell it, more a suggested donation because, well, donations have a different value and a different association with, those powers that be. And if you set up with a club, the rules change. So set it up as beneficial as you can to yourself. But if you're saying $5 for 2 ounces, my thought would be to do a lip balm. That way it gets in internally, which is going to do a lot for you. I mean, I'm a huge fan of plantain. I utilize that plant for everything at least once whenever something happens.
Yeah, it's good for your skin. It's good internally.
We use it on dry skin. We use it on stings, bug bites, stuff like that. I sell it. Brad's boss actually buys it from us too because he gets really bad, dry, cracked hands, and he used it for 1 week, and his hands were almost completely cleared up.
Yeah, now, it works fast.
What's your carrier on that?
Olive oil.
Okay.
Extra virgin olive oil.
Another thing you can use on that is coconut oil, because coconut oil has benefits too.
Yeah, my next batch, I will probably use coconut oil. When I made this, olive oil is what I had on hand. So.
But because coconut oil, it gets, it's hard when it's cold, but it's really soft when it's it melts at skin temperature.
Yeah.
With your ointment, have you ever thought about utilizing black seed oil in there as well?
I have not.
Not necessarily as a carrier, but as an addition. It's part of the oils. So, I mean, obviously it would need to be attributed to the carrier weight, but it has medicinal properties that are unfreaking believable.
Yeah, those black oil sunflower seeds.
No. The black cumin.
Oh, black cumin. Okay.
Yeah. Black seed oil has been around since the dawn of time. In fact, King Tutankhamun had gallons of the stuff to bring to the afterlife.
Cool.
It's been known throughout history to be the cure for everything but death. And if you have it's really good for the situation with blood sugar. I'm trying to be very vague so that it's not considered medical in any way, shape, or form. So if you're wondering why I'm talking like I'm stupid, it's because I'm trying to be stupid.
What you do is say it has been, they have used it in the past and then go on with it.
Yeah, but like I said, it's a phenomenal product. I had a friend of mine who goes to really, really expensive doctors. I'll put it that way for his situation with blood sugar. And I do believe he's type A. Nevertheless, he went in for his annual ocular. What's that?
That's type 1, juvenile diabetic. Type 1.
He's the one that it's in his blood. It's not onset. So whichever one that is.
Right. That's type 1.
Okay.
Or juvenile onset.
So basically, I had made a suggestion that he might want to look into the benefits of this. He did, and he took it for, I think it was about a month. And he went into that annular ocular exam, and this is a doctor that doesn't redo work. Like he's pretty thorough with the dollar amount that you're paying to get to him. He needs to be good. He needs to be great, honestly. Nevertheless, he ended up doing it was the first time in his career that he ever did a test more than once on one patient in the same event, because not only did my friend's eyes stop deteriorating, but they started to improve.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is awesome. It
So
was really awesome.
take that as a tidbit of knowledge and do with it what you feel is best.
Yeah, I wrote that down, so I can look into that. Andy,
Yeah,
to
look
answer your
that one up.
question, no. I'm not getting a broken. They did have a broken buck, but Brad would rather have the doe, and he said he didn't like the broken coloration, which made me kind of sad. But
Now I
Yeah,
like
I didn't
my
mean to
broken
come up and
Havanas.
hijack the show by any means.
It's
I
okay.
apologize.
It's all right because
no, you're
we're staying
fine.
for another.
You're fine.
We're staying until quarter after instead of noon. Because when it's something
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, but that plantain, the reason you want to use, just so we're clear, you don't want to use rubbing alcohol internally. That's not great.
No, you use your highest proof alcohol, the drinking alcohol, to get it. And if you are an alcoholic and you need to burn the alcohol off, you can do that too.
Another thing that to give a tip of advice for quality on anything that you're making with alcohol. If you run your alcohol, obviously you can't use like flavored alcohols; it's going to tear out the flavor. But if you run your flavored or your alcohol like vodka, you can actually clean it utilizing carbon.
Uh-huh.
So like run it through charcoal and it'll taste better after it's done. It doesn't mess with the alcohol proof or anything. If anything, it would probably improve it. But you can also run it and redistill it. That can be kind of dangerous, though. So
Yeah.
unless you know what you're doing, I wouldn't suggest doing that at all. But you guys are all pretty smart, so. But yeah, the higher proof alcohol that you can get, and then just once your product is done, if you're concerned, obviously you can burn off the alcohol like Verily or Bay just said.
Verna.
But Verna, sorry, it's early for me. There's all sorts of processes that you can do to purify that out and either get that alcohol out or also you can cut it with water and knock the proof back down.
Have a blessed day, Dawn.
Dawn, you have a great day.
I like to have a tincture or two at least throughout the winter that is going to be as strong, if not stronger, than what you can get other places.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it not just for me, but also for, you know, if I have family members that are sick or friends that are sick, you know, they don't always trust the plant medicine, but they do have an understanding that I have an understanding of it. So they're willing to accept my understanding, not necessarily the plant aspect of it.
Right.
So your reputation is just as important as all those other things.
Yep.
Absolutely true.
Well, we got a 6-minute warning, you guys.
6 minutes. Do
Yeah,
you
in 6 minutes.
do you mind putting your like to check it out if that's okay?
Put what?
You cut out.
Would you put your website on the private chat if that's okay? I'd like to check it out. Am I still cutting
give me
out?
a minute and I'll give her. No, I'll give you her store name in private chat in just a second.
No, just here on StreamYard. You can type into the chat
I know
section.
that.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said.
Okay.
I will do it.
Thanks, Verna. Yeah, my website.
My connection's not great.
My my website is a work in progress. I am not computer literate, but I've worked trying to put it together.
There you go.
You
Now,
know, perfect. Thank you.
see, and see, right after I did it, a Nightbot it just advertised her store. So she does.
Also, I don't know if you'd be interested in, but I make packaging out of actual wood and whatnot for like your container packages, if that makes sense. I can get a hold of you if that's something you'd be interested in. By all means,
You can reach out anytime. Go ahead, Verna.
Nubs, I'm gonna in the private chat. I'm gonna give you my phone number.
okay.
Text me before you call me because if I don't know the number, I
Right.
will not answer it.
And I'll make sure that keeps to my phone exclusively.
There you go. Now most of the people most of them in the chat have my name anyhow, name and number anyhow.
Fair enough. I like to make sure that if anybody entrusts me with the personal information, that they know that unless it's by their consent, like if you were to say, hey, give that to so-and-so, by all means, then I'm just doing your bidding. But past that, it's nice to...
That's how I am. If anybody that I know and I've got their phone number, even if I know they know the other person, I will not give the phone number without their permission.
Yep.
Right.
You guys have a lot of homesteading people on here. I was doing some research into different ways that homesteading can produce income. And if you guys have ever looked into it, glamping, which is camping on the high end, is a very good income generator. And also, like, somebody like myself could come out and build said glamp. I would be interested in a percentage over time as opposed to an upfront payment. You know, so there's businesses out there that would be willing to work with you as opposed to just looking for the dollar, because $1 today or $1 for the next 5 years, like, I'll take a percentage of that camping income. Yeah.
All right, 1 minute countdown here, guys.
So take that for what it is. Final words. I'm blessed to have you guys. I appreciate you guys. And if you need to get a hold of me, find me on chat. I stop by pretty often.
Okay, Nubs, you have a blessed day.
Yep. You have a
Peace
great
out.
day.
And everybody, and Nikki, thank you for coming up. And
You're
everybody
welcome.
have a blessed day. See you tomorrow night at My Shire Farm.
See everybody then. Have a great day.